How you doing? Well, here I am again at the airport. I'm on my way out to Colorado. What a wild time we had in D.C. But I just wanted to share something with you before I go out to Andrew Wommack's. We got a rally tomorrow. In God We Trust. You know, Colorado is the blueprint for the Democracy Alliance, the leftist takeover of America. It actually was, it was laid out in Colorado. That's where they did the blueprint. And there's a book called The Colorado Blueprint, which I really recommend everybody reads. It's about how 4 multimillionaires had decided they were going to work together. So I get my apparatus on here. They decided they were going to work together in order to create like 4 agencies, 527s and 501c3s, which are basically nonprofits they could put their money into to take over the state, the legislature, and the House. And they flipped the whole bloody thing. And they took it from being the most conservative state to being the most confused state. Anyway, that's not what I was calling about. I was calling to talk to you about something else, but I just wanted you to know where I am because, you know, you're my accountability partner. And I think, you know, we ought to be honest with each other, and I should tell you what I'm doing. So, I'm back at the airport. And somebody asked me the other day, where do you live? I said, at the American Airlines terminal. Where do you live? So yesterday I was walking around my neighborhood, and I caught, it was an unusual moment because I was doing what many of us do. I was presenting to the Lord the things that I wanted Him to do. And the Lord stopped me. I think it had to have been the Lord, because certainly I didn't stop myself. And as I'm going on, kind of like rehearsing some of the challenges, and you know, as David would say, pouring out my complaint unto the Lord. The Lord stopped me. He said, "Hey, why don't you start praying the solution and stop describing the problem? In other words, rather than describing the mountain to the Lord, speak to the mountain." And I realized then, this is a habit we fall into, and I fall into it. And that is that I go to the Lord with the situation rather than with a solution. And I know what the solution looks like, but and in a sense, I'm asking the Lord to deal with something, but I'm not praying the solution, I'm praying the problem. Does this make sense? So for instance, if you're going through a period of betrayal and hurt and financial setback and some kind of delay, what you're praying for is you want to thank the Lord that He's giving you better quality friends, greater insight into yourself, insight into your behavior and how to choose the kind of people you want in your life, and an upgrade overall in the fellowship of the walk that you have with other people. And you can thank Him that He is showing Himself marvelous and a deliverer once again in the midst of your financial extremities, that He has never let you down, and that you're so delighted that you can go to Him with the knowledge that He is going to give you a creative way to generate the income that's necessary, to receive the gifts and the unexpected blessings that are going to enable you to continue to do what He has called you to do. In other words, notice the difference. You're in agreement over what you want to see manifest rather than trying to clarify what you don't want that needs to get set straight. It's amazing. So praying the solution instead of rehearsing the problem is a great lesson. And then I heard Kenneth Copeland today, and I very seldom get to watch Christian television. Matter of fact, I never do. And I think it was just great today. I listened to Kenneth Copeland said something that was so interesting. He said that Oral Roberts once said something to a couple that, you know, Copeland was his pilot. He was a student of his. And he also flew him around in his plane. And he said that a couple came up to Oral Roberts and said, "Brother Roberts, we don't know what's wrong, because my husband and I, for real, we have all the faith in the world, but we just can't seem to get this one thing, you know, manifest." And Brother Roberts said, that's very common. People often have all the faith. They have all the faith, but they don't have results. And that's because having all the faith isn't what gets results. It's releasing all the faith that makes the thing happen. In other words, releasing your faith. You can have all the faith in the world, you still have to release it. Faith without works is dead. Faith without corresponding action of some sort is dead. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Well, here we are on the escalator of life. Ever hear that? Remember that song? So, I have to rush to the location real fast. But I've given you 2 insights there today for free. 2 powerful insights I don't want you to forget. One of them is you can have all the faith in the world, still not get results. Hey, you know what? I'm Lance Wallnau, and I want to tell you something. I think that occasionally thumbs up and thumbs down really means something. I wasn't aware that there's a thumbs down option. I thought that was like diminishing to self-esteem on Facebook. But evidently, YouTube is being bold. So you can like me or not like me. But I'd prefer that you liked me and subscribed. So why don't you do that now, and we'll talk some more in the future.